Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, everybody.
How are you guys today? Hope all is well. We're here doing our report again. Keep you guys updated on our day-to-day stuff and what's been going on in the nation and on with the other chiefs and stuff like that. So we've been having calls, and it's pretty well. What we're doing on the nation is a lot of what other nations are doing. So as it comes to our attention in the past, over the last week and stuff like that, the biggest thing is the budget, the concerns. So as it sits right now, the government we never received it yet, but they allocated like $571,000 to this pandemic, and we don't know how long it's going to last for. That being said, to date, we have offered up $15,000 in food vouchers, $25,000 in food hampers, approximately $75,000 in security. That's going to be ongoing probably for a month, starting on April 2nd, and $10,000 on protective equipment, like gloves, gowns, face masks, stuff like that, and just labor, stuff like that. Everything comes with a cost, you know that. So as it sits, that was that initial $125,000 that they initially gave us. So that being said, our budget ain't a whole lot, and I know the want of the nation is people keep asking for financial assistance, and we're doing the best we can with what they get, with what we got. We're trying to spread our dollars to make them last, so everybody gets help. That's basically what we're doing, and we're just trying to appease the people and to make sure that we got, like, we're on top of things. We're trying our best with what we got. We had, like I said earlier, we had a meeting to call in with the minister today. It was okay. It was good. A lot of the concerns that we have, a lot of the nations are having them all over. Same issues. Just same concerns and stuff like that. So we're no different, and there was some good dialect today. So we don't know what exactly or how long we're going to be in this predicament, because like I said, it's just the initial stages of it. That being said, we're just doing what we can to help other people, and it is a crisis, so we just have to do with what we got and try to make the best for everybody. Go ahead.
Starting Thursday, we're going to be sectioning off certain parts of the roads on English Bay and on the larger reserve here. We're asking that you show respect to the people who are going to be manning these gates. They will be giving you an information package and placards to display on your window, on your home, to let us know how you're doing, and they're a variation of colors. They're self-explanatory. So then you put those on so that when people are coming to your home, they'll know. If you get sick, that's the biggest one. If you get COVID-19, you will have to put up a particular placard, and also you need to call into the call center, because that's how you're being monitored and tracked. If you have elders, people who don't have access to social media, please phone them and call them and let them know that this is happening.
And I'd like to just give a shout out to the people that are making that are offering to deliver these food hampers. That being said, it's best to let the people working over here do it, because you good chance you might be putting yourself or other people at risk. So we're just trying to let our EOC team deal with it the best they can in the most safest and professional manner possible without putting anybody else at risk. But shout out for you guys for offering that service to them. And I got some calls today about the elders. The elders were asking about numbers and stuff like that. So when you pick up your food hamper, there is going to be a call sheet in there for numbers on there for people that so you have the numbers of who to call and whatever, just for safety. Like I said, if you're alone or whatever, we do have some workers that are driving around. If you want, you know, they know who they are, who you are. They've been in contact with you guys. So that being said, we are doing our best.
The food hampers will begin distribution on Thursday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Petro drive-thru. You will be required to give your name, house number to receive a hamper. Please be considerate. If you don't need a hamper at this time, don't take one. This program will be made available throughout this time until things return to the new normal. And I guess we have to emphasize that. If you have a regular income already, please don't go and get it. These packages are made for those who are vulnerable, maybe the elder, and those people who are really struggling at this time. We haven't even peaked yet with the crisis, and we know it may be coming down the road. So we want you to take a look at your situation. Ask yourself, do I really need it this time? Maybe if you don't, let it go and let somebody else have it. Because maybe in two weeks, 3 weeks, a month, 2 months' time, you may need it. And that's how we spread it all throughout, so everybody gets something.
That being said, we discussed our people living off the reserve in Edmonton and all that. So there is services that we ask our memberships to look into, like FCSS, social assistance, Alberta Works.
We also talked to the Grand Chief today. There was a conference call with all the chiefs and our Chief Martin. We asked the question, who are responsible for the off-reserve people? And this question also came from other nations. And of course, above everything, we are responsible for all our nation members. But he also reiterated that the province is responsible to help as well. So if you are being sent back to your home reserves, you need to call us and let us know. We will be putting forward a letter to the minister responsible for family community support services, and to remind his staff, and so that everybody knows that they cannot send you back to your home nation. At this time, unprecedented times, how are you going to travel back and forth? You're going to have to eat, maybe sleep, maybe get fuel. You're putting yourself at risk, and they're saying for everybody to stay home. And so we run into that scenario as well, when people are saying, well, I need a food hamper as well, and we need food. So those are the cautionary things we have to take, because we have to stay home. We have to stop and flatten that curve so people stop getting sick. We don't want it here in our nation, and I know we might sound like a broken record, but that's reality, folks. We're here to assist. We're not here to subsidize you. And those are two different things. If you need the help, call the call center. Call social assistance, Alberta Works, FCSS. Those are the designated areas. Even the United Way, we're giving huge dollars as well. So be resourceful. Go start getting on the phone and start finding out where you can access any funding. Also, GST is coming out. Child taxes be coming out Friday, and then following on April 9th. On the Coal Lake website, there is also information that Employment and Training had put out there for you to access phone numbers.
I believe, yes. On that note, there's also on the web pages all these services that are available. So.
And I guess the biggest thing is reach out to your family members who don't have access to this social media, like we said. Call them. Stop visiting one another. I got phone calls about people coming over and visiting, and that's all well and good, but if you're self-isolating and you're going to go visit your auntie, but you've been running in and out of town for whatever reason, not washing your hands, you're putting that family at risk. And it's all age groups that are being affected, and not only the elderly or the most vulnerable, immune compromised, but it's everybody. It's our children, it's our parents, our siblings, and it's really important that we take this seriously. And when you just have to look at all of the frontline workers, the people who are working in the hospitals, people who are working in the stores, they're going home to their families and they're afraid as well. And so they're asking us, let's do our part, please. Let's just stay at home. If you don't need to go to town, don't go to town. And we're going to have the people monitoring at the borders. And if you need a cab or a taxi, maybe if you need something delivered to your home, maybe get that delivered at a drop-box site so you don't even have any contact with other people. It's that important, it's this serious, and we'll just have to keep on reminding you every day.
And just on a side note there, with that security and the people monitoring our entrance and exits, maybe call James at Primco Security or Randy Scanny if you're certified, or just, there's opportunity there for maybe for 5 or 6 people, maybe 10, I'm not sure, for some shift work there. So that'll be, that's available out there. It's one option too. So. And
I'd like to thank the EOC. That's our Emergency Operations Center here. They've been working really hard. They've been looking out for you and your families. We encourage you to respect all the staff and the Chief and Council during this time. As we are away from our families, we encourage you to remain home with your family. It was really important that you know that we have been behind the scenes. You may only see 2 of us here, but it's to keep that familiarization where you're using your brain muscle. Okay, there they are, they're telling us again. And eventually we need to keep on giving that same message over and over. It's really important that we don't get sick here in our nation, because we know it's proven that we die in these pandemics. And the sad thing is, if we're going to have a funeral, there will be no funeral. That's the reality of this.
And on a side note too, I get it, right? I know a lot of you are frustrated, and a lot of you guys are mad, and where's this money coming in? You hear about all these other nations getting all this money and stuff like that. I get it, but a lot of them too, they don't have the debt, and once this is over, like I said, we got X amount of dollars of $571,000. We don't know how long it's going to be. We also have debt. You also look at the long term of it. We don't know how long it's going to be. Do we start spending some of our budget? If we do, then we're at a loss for this money. Where's this money going to come when things pick back up? That's something that we got to look at. So we're just doing the best we can, like I told you guys. And I get the frustration, right? But we're doing everything we can. Just to let you know, we're on top of it. And me as chief, I respect my council. I respect the workers behind the scenes. Let you know I care for each and every one of you guys. I'm here for you. My cell's always on. Props to the guys that are working behind the scenes. Props to my fellow councilors that are working diligently to get the information out to people. And we all got cells. You all know our numbers. Don't be shy to call. Reach out to one another. Masicho.
Masicho.
Have a good day.
Have a good day.